Well, I know this. My first and foremost, like once Miss Kelly sees the evidence that the goblin tried to,
The violent Andy walking barefoot, smell the feet. Got the squad rolling deep, can't stand on their feet. Can feel on the grip, hands in the dough, funny pot. Sticky fingers, palm looking, the block stay hot. Cyraxx, shadow boxing, swinging at the air, undefeated in delusion. Reality don't care, Jupiter creeping, got the whole crew shook. But it'll rhymes, got a band from the book, Josh Block got the hell. Bottle in his clutch, captain of a ship that's been sinking too much. Over Andy Wildman, can't step to the throne. Worry, top the mic, let him reap what they've sown.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Thanks for stopping by the channel again today. Don't ever let it be said that Morty does not take requests, because a couple of different people have been dropping comments lately saying, Morty, all this old Cyraxx footage that you cover, how have you never done the Miss Kelly arc? And I said, the Miss Kelly arc? I don't know anything about the Miss Kelly arc. I gotta do research. Now I gotta treat this thing like it's a job. Now I gotta go read stuff and watch stuff, instead of just talking shit on whatever the newest Goblin Records drop is. But my God, you guys were right. This is 100% worth it. For anybody who doesn't know, the Miss Kelly situation is when Chance was trolled into thinking that he had a case open with YouTube support, like YouTube customer service was going to help him get his channel back or something like that. And of course, this person was just working with Marty and leaking the phone calls and the videos to him and everything like that. It's like a whole arc. I actually have like 8 hours worth of content to cover. But we're going to start off with this initial one right here. This is Chance on the phone with this person who he thought was named Miss Kelly, trying to explain to who he believes was a YouTube representative, like someone working for YouTube, what's been going on with him and how he thinks the situation should be handled by YouTube. It is insane and hysterical to me that he fell for this. It's so easy to verify if somebody is reaching out to you from an actual company or not, you know? I mean, we've all gotten those Amazon emails saying that you get a gift card, but it's from like amazing.web. And you could tell just from the email that it's not real, from the typos and the weird signatures that are in cursive and stuff like that. Like, it just looks like bullshit. But of course Chance fell for this, because at the end of the day, he will fall for any scam that leads him to believe he might be getting something that he actually wants, which is why he fell for this Russian baddie thing recently. No matter how unbelievable it is, if he wants it, he's going to give it a shot. So for everybody who put the Miss Kelly thing in my comments and in my live chat recently, thank you guys for putting me onto it. For the rest of you guys, I hope you enjoy. If you're familiar with it, it might be fun to take a look back. And if you don't know, you're really in for a treat, because I was blown away by this. We're going to do a couple of episodes, not consecutively. You know, I still got to keep up with the news cycle, but we'll do a few episodes in a row, split up by the new stuff over the next week or so on the Miss Kelly drama, because it's wild. But that's enough of me. Without further rambling, let's get into it.
Chance here today will be able to provide you with the clarification and address any of these
Thank
open
you.
issues.
Thank you,
And
Carl.
hopefully we
I
just
appreciate
finally get some resolution with this whole entire thing.
Yeah, guys, this has been going on since 2017.
Yeah, I know you said that you only have about 20 minutes or so. So
yes, I have a board meeting in 25 minutes, so I have to be out of this office in 20.
okay, so yeah, well, I'm gonna sit back and shut up and then have at it.
So I also want to let you guys know that, like, for this phone call, which the late Marty so lovingly gave us this clip of Chance playing alongside the phone call so that we won't have a dead screen, which we really appreciate. Even from beyond, Marty is the absolute best. Chance had already been being trolled by, like, someone pretending to be lower tier YouTube support, but if you just heard Miss Kelly there, she just said, I have a board meeting in a couple of minutes. Chance believed he was talking to, like, a high-up YouTube executive at this point. Like, he thought he was pretty close to the top of the pyramid that is YouTube corporate, which just makes this so much funnier to me.
All right, Mr. Wilkins, you had a chance to review the letter, correct?
Yes, I did. I actually read it right away. Actually, as soon as he got it, he sent it. He forwarded it to me, and me and him sat down and read through it, and it's looking pretty solid. Because like I told him, all I'm trying to do is put an end to all this stuff that I've been through since 2017.
No, I understand. So you know, there's parts of this story that I require more evidence for. This
Yeah, oh, absolutely,
an
absolutely.
issue of he said, she said, per se.
Yeah, I completely understand.
Okay. Did you want to go over some of the accusations that
I
have
can
been?
definitely, like, I've already read the stuff, and I could definitely, tell you for sure, like, especially with the whole thing of what I did on Morty's panel and stuff those bunch of times. That was actually,
We'll get there.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, the whole reason why I did all that was because of the fact that when this first started, my family tried going through legal help.
So before I let him continue, I just want to say, when he says the whole reason that I did all that, he means whipping it out on Marty's streams. Like, that's what he's trying to justify to someone that he thinks is high up at YouTube, that it was actually okay that he whipped it out on Marty's streams because they had called the cops and the cops didn't do anything. He somehow thinks that this is, like, some type of a legitimate defense for doing that. Like, he was whipping it out under duress.
And nobody would help us, and him and his little friends kept on pushing me so much, and my family was basically left to fend for ourselves by authorities, so like, they would not
Sure. Thank you to DSP Historical as well. Thank you, man.
help us at all whatsoever.
By the way, just for context, I'm playing this phone call from a recording of one of Marty's old streams, so occasionally Marty will pause it and interject himself.
And push me, and Marty and his little friends, that I ended up just feeling like so back in the corner that it was like, I didn't know what else to do, you know, because like we had gone to the police, we had gone to FBI, we had gone to everybody that we could, and just nobody would help us.
I mean, you guys know what it's like to be backed into a corner. You ever have a day where just like in the morning you realize all your streaming services came out of your bank at the same time and that hurt your account a little bit? Then you get to work and you realize you left your packed lunch at home, so you have to buy lunch. And then later in the day on the way home, you get a flat tire. You tow your car to the shop and you get there and you realize you don't have enough money to pay. And you just feel so backed into a corner that you just whip it out and show it to everybody in the mechanic shop, because that's just what you do when you're feeling under pressure. What else was he to do?
And Marty and his little friends, you can even ask CIA here, he's witnessed them pushing me so far into that corner that they basically left me feeling like I had no choice. I was just trying to, to get it to stop. And when I did that, I understand that what I did was wrong. I completely understand that. It's just one of those things where I was like...
Congrats, DSP. It's official that Addie Marie and DSP Historical Society are now officially an item. Congrats. Just the ultimate chat tomcat. The guy just constantly slaying.
I felt like I had no choice at that time because they were backing me so far into a corner. CIA, do you want to explain to her what they had done during that time?
Well, first, can we just go, because you're telling me they pushed you into a corner, and I'm not dismissing that there are definitely actions I wouldn't endorse happening on our platform by the people you are alleging did these things.
Yeah.
The problem I have is you're saying that they pushed you, but we're not getting into the meat and potatoes of these allegations. You're saying there's been numerous attempts on your life.
Yes,
I need evidence of these things.
If you go on, which one of them has it? Isn't it?
Yeah, there's we submitted all of that to YouTube already. Shannon, I know you said that you've been through like 600 hours or so, and you guys still have like 150 left. But there's the particular video. I think I labeled it A7Z. I'm looking at my file here. Hang on. Yeah, it's A7Z. That's the one where Chance is in the middle of the stream. You hear a bang, and he pauses for a moment. That's the one. I think in one of your in one of the accusation lines, you had said that the video evidence is inconclusive at best, and that
yes, unfortunately, that only really proves that a startling event occurred and a noise can be heard. But there's no evidence of said bullet or projectile entering anywhere.
Right, and there actually is proof of that. Like I said, you can ask him. I didn't know that I was shot at until next day when one of my friends had informed me, like, hey, dude, go back and watch the footage. You were shot at. So I did. I went back and looked at it.
Thank you.
If I can, yes, yeah, do you still have the from the mattress and the windowsill?
I don't know if...
Oh, wow. The chat tomcat.
I honestly don't believe I do. I don't believe I do.
If you don't have them, I still...
All right, we'll take those pictures. Really seal this up. I'm going to be honest with you, Mr. Wilkins. Like, I don't want to waste your time.
I understand.
And I'm very busy over here. You are definitely not the only case I am handling, although you have provided the evidence I have ever seen in a case. If you had evidence of this bullet, do you have a police report?
Yes, I do. I don't have a police report on me, but...
2 points here. Do you have a police report? Yes, I do. Well, I don't is hilarious. That's Cyraxx to a T all the time. Do you have evidence? Yes, I can't show it to you. I also just want to give props to this troll who's playing the Miss Kelly character, because they are doing a very good job of, like, seeming like they're interested in this situation and seeming like they're sympathetic to Cyraxx and they're giving him the benefit of the doubt, and also like speaking in a professional way where if you were an idiot who didn't see any of the other red flags, you would continue to believe that they actually like worked for YouTube corporate or Starbucks corporate or wherever. Like, they are speaking in a way that if you didn't know any better, you could believe this was like a business executive of some kind. And I just think they do a really good job playing this character that they've been cast as. So props to Miss Kelly.
The day that the day after it happened, after I found out what happened, me and my family called local authorities. They came out, they took a report, and they even had an investigative team to come out. They took a look at everything, and they sat right there in front of me and my family, my mom, my stepdad, and myself. They sat right there and basically said that they weren't going to do anything. And there were a few people telling me, like, hey, like, you need to take the round out because obviously nobody's going to do anything. But from my point of view of it is what if the police decide to pick it up, or somebody does decide to pick it up? I don't want to have my fingerprints on that bullet because that would look bad on me from a legal standpoint.
Well, so Mr. Wilkins, you're telling me you've had police out there and there were investigators to the house, but they never recovered a bullet either? No, they flat out said they weren't going to take it out, that they were just going to leave it. And their whole reasoning was because they said, they had said that the person that had fired the round was probably long gone by now, and there was like no real way for them to track that, that person down, and I'm not trying to like sound mean or anything like this, but I actually called BS on that because if they had taken that round out of the mattress, because the round's still in the mattress today.
That's always been one of the craziest claims to me, is that it was the police's job to take the round out of the mattress. You're calling BS because the police didn't take the round out of the mattress, but it's still in there? You've never taken it out? Like, I don't understand. He's never said what his justification is for not digging it out himself, putting it in a Ziploc bag, and taking it down to the police station if this really happened.
To this day, it's still in there. But they flat out said they weren't going to do anything, and I had even, made a few videos speaking on this stuff, and I told them, like, if you guys had taken the round out, you guys could have tracked down the weapon that it was fired from, and that could have been connected to the person, and you guys could have done something. But like always, they basically said they weren't going to do anything.
Okay, I hear you. So they're saying they're not interested in looking for the bullet at all.
Yeah, they're
so
not.
What would be, Mr. Wilkins, what would be preventing you from showing us the bullet? If they're not interested and they're not pursuing legal charges, the bullet would be sufficient evidence for us here at YouTube that there has been an attempt on your life, and we take that very seriously.
I completely agree, and it should be taken seriously. I completely agree. But like I said, the only reason why I'm not removing it out, like I have pictures of, the bullet holes that I can easily send over. That's not a problem. Plus, like CIA said, there's the video evidence as well. But as far as removing the bullet, like I said, there's no possible way of knowing like where at in the mattress it is. Because if I were to go and grab the round, I would have to literally cut open my mattress, tear it apart, and it would just be bad. Like, cause I have like.
I understand that you wouldn't want to destroy any part of your furniture.
Well, no, also, there is that thing of like me grabbing it barehanded and me holding that bullet in my hand. That could put fingerprints on me. Look bad on me. And I'm like, I would rather wait like somebody else. Like if somebody's willing to come out here and remove it, by all means.
Okay, so I stand corrected because I've never seen this stream prior to chat just putting me onto it. I guess he does explain. Man, that's like the thinnest, worst explanation I've ever heard. He doesn't want to like incriminate himself for taking a shot at himself. So instead of trying to dig the bullet out, he's like not going to touch it until some official forensics team shows up and does it. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. We're talking about chance logic here, so I don't want to hold it to too high of a standard.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what, and Shannon, one of the things that Marty has been saying and trying to convince people of is that the hole in the mattress is not a bullet hole. He's saying that it's a rat that chewed through the mattress for nesting purposes, and we call bullshit on that.
What do you want, scumbag? Okay, you know what? I don't even have time for you and your bullshit. All right, scumbag. What a clown.
Excuse my language.
No, please, that's fine. I understand how you do not want to give these people the benefit of the doubt, seeing all the distress they've caused you. I wouldn't want to give somebody the benefit of the doubt either. But from a legal perspective, we could get tied up in some.
What is it? Goober, get out of here.
Some legal mishaps if we just take somebody's word over another person's word.
Right.
That's why we would need conclusive evidence. If you even had the police report that said they had found a bullet, even if you didn't have possession, if they had found a bullet, if they conclusively said a bullet was fired in there. We need physical evidence because from our perspective, we're hearing a noise, we're seeing you startled, and we understand that, we sympathize with you. But we have to make all these decisions based on evidence.
I completely understand. That's why, matter of fact, that's actually why I made that video that CIA had sent you an email. Because, over time of being messed with and this and that and the other. Because I've been on YouTube since 2009. That's when I first started. And I had started noticing over the last few years that this kind of stuff that I've dealt with, just from, as someone that's been on here now, the creator myself, a lot of this stuff is what's ruining your guys' platform. All this stuff these people are doing, they're essentially scamming people and targeting people that look weak like myself. And they're basically extorting, blackmailing, and basically doing anything they can to make money off the backs.
I understand you're not having a very pleasant experience with our service right now. It's
not you guys, it's them. It's
with how you see our company conducting itself, we have to work based off evidence. We'll just move on to another point.
Yeah,
okay, you've made some claims that Mr. Music Biz Marty had made some sexual advances towards you.
Yeah.
This person in the customer service voice saying, Mr. Music Biz Marty made some advances towards you is so funny. And Chance trying to be all buttoned up and serious about it, be like, yes, he did.
When he first came in contact with me, at first, I thought he was just a hater. You know, because every YouTuber has haters. We all have them. He had showed up in a live stream that I was doing at one point. And at first, for the first 3 years, I kind of took him as, all right, this is just somebody that likes to talk crap. Well, I don't know if the stream would still be up or not, because a lot has happened since then, but there was a video where he basically tried to hit on me, and I ended up turning him down. And as a result of me turning him down, he has proceeded to basically do everything that CIA had showed you and told you guys about.
Well, when you said he hits on you, what do you mean by he?
Like he was basically making a pass at me, not like in a sexual, like, oh, I want to do this and that, but no, like, I think he thought that I was gay, and I'm actually not.
I love how often Cyraxx has to clarify that he's not gay. I also love that because this Miss Kelly person is supposed to be on Rax's side, she's actually able to ask him for all these specifics under the guise of like, oh, we just need it to help you. And even to a party that he thinks is sympathetic to him, he can't give any specifics because he's never even put enough thought into these lies to, like, give more detail to them than he made a pass at me, somebody fired an ice bullet at me, you know, like, his lies are totally unspecific. He usually just throws these wild claims out there, and because he's just screaming over everybody and calling them slurs, he doesn't have to answer any specific questions. But now that he's being pressed by it in a situation where it would actually be in his best interest, or at least so he thinks, to answer them, he's got nothing.
And when I politely turned him down, I guess he couldn't handle rejection well, and as a result of me rejecting him, I told him, hey, look, I'm very flattered, but I'm not gay, I'm straight, I've got a girlfriend, obviously.
I guess there's like some kind of a cutoff here.
I have nobody in your life, and make it to where I'm the only person that you'll be able to talk to, which is essentially what he's been doing this whole time. That's why he's done all this stuff that he's done. Is to basically isolate me and basically make it to where I have no idea. It itself is very creepy. And CIA here can tell you, go even in more depth, how weird it is.
Yeah, Shannon, I guess relative to accusation number 2, I think you wanted him to, I guess I didn't necessarily see where domestic abuse kind of tied into it.
Well, we need to, Mr. Wilkins, have you ever been in an intimate relationship with any of you?
Yes, I was. And as a matter of fact, the same ex that told me that noticed that Music Biz Marty was making a pass at me, she's the same one that I was actually in a relationship with for.
So at this point, while Marty was streaming this phone call with Miss Kelly, Chance decided to jump into his stream and start raxing out. We're going to let it go for a minute. I can't play almost anything that he actually says because it is so completely laced with YouTube no-no words that I don't trust that there's really anything I could do to make this legible without chopping it to hell. I'm going to let it play for a minute and then we'll get back to the Miss Kelly call. I'll jump ahead to when this is done and they play the rest of the call.
Oh my god.
Scared to be called out, you little scared ass chicken shit.
What am I scared of?
You're scared of CIA hole because you know that when me and him get up here, you shut the fuck down because you know that we tell the truth and you don't.
Alright, that's about enough of that. It's nothing we all haven't seen before. If you guys want later on, let me know in the comments below and we'll play it during a live stream in its entirety where I can't get in too much trouble for it. As I'm skipping ahead, I came across this and man, if that's not a thumbnail, I don't know what is.
You're looking at the invincible one, which is me. So if I was you, I'd be saying my prayers real quick because guess what? After Monday, you're...
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Well, okay.
Right before COVID, that me and her had split. What had happened was there was a point in time where...
Have you had an intimate relationship with Mr. Music Biz Marty?
No, ma'am.
Okay, because there's a zero tolerance policy if that was the case, you know.
Yeah. At first I thought you were referring to my ex. I was like, there's a whole thing behind that where I was on a live stream, she was on a live stream. Somebody had said something to get me riled up. I went to go for a walk. She wouldn't let me, so I physically had to pick her up and move her because she had basically held me.
What does he mean by he's put $100,000 into his free version of FL Studios? Like, how much does FL Studios cost?
I was in my own room, and I basically had to pick her up and move her out of the way just so I could, leave and go for a walk. But as far as Marty goes, he has not, and I am in no way connected to him. I've told several people this, that I genuinely don't know how he found me or why he decided to make me a target all those years ago, but I do know that a lot of stuff that he has done is very illegal.
I should thank you to Carmen again. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Including DDoSing, which I did my research on. That is actually punishable federally by a minimum of 10 years prison time, and he's done this.
Well, again, Mr. Wilkins, if you could provide evidence of it, because I can't just go by what you're telling me, because I could call Marty and he could tell me a whole slew of things about you that is untrue, and I'm sure you wouldn't want me to just. I need a little bit of evidence. I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying this process.
Yeah,
that's how we carry out our business.
Yeah.
Bro, why aren't these losers sending money? Says DSP. I don't know. I mean, for one, I should have done this earlier in the day. There's that's like a common the timing is everything. But I felt like shit, and I was actually busy earlier. So I couldn't. But instead of waiting another day, I promised I'd play it today, and it was late as is. So I figured I'd take the hit.
Definitive proof and evidence.
Yeah, see,
I do have some of the videos where your streams were getting shut down, and I think we could probably tie them back to the maybe some of the streaming data that you have on your end by giving you the exact time, day, and place of where those streams were taking place. Maybe you can go in and see that there was a malicious attack on that particular stream.
So you send me all the information you have regarding those, and we look into those.
Yeah, because I'll admit he's got.
I should thank you to Heather. You don't need to listen. You don't need to listen to DSP. It's actually you do. He's the head chat Tomcat. So if you're a woman, you need to listen to DSP. That's how it works.
This point.
So thank you.
Yeah, but I do want to make this clear that we are not a court of law, Mr. Wilkins. So we will, whatever we do on YouTube, if he has done something illegal on YouTube, that is something you do need to pursue in a court of law. There's only so much we could do.
Yeah, absolutely. Because CIA, I know what agree with this. All I ever tried to do was, do my job as a content creator and make a living for myself and my family. But that's hard to do when you got somebody like him and his two friends, William and Edward Boy. They're just constantly, doing things to, screw me up and basically make it very hard for me to be able to do anything.
Yeah, why don't we, since we do have a hard stop, why don't we move on to number 3? This way we could at least maybe get you some information relative to all of the points that you outlined. And I guess maybe if we need to do a follow-up, we're more than welcome or more than willing to participate in that as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. For the third point, I've illustrated that you said because of the actions of these people, it has caused you a financial loss. Now, do you have any banking records or W-2s or tax records that you could show me? Because I need to prove you have lost income.
I don't have any of that on hand, but if you go back and
So I love that he always says, I don't have it on hand, but not if I go back and do whatever I can find. He says, I don't have any of it on hand, but if you go find it, Cyraxx is the king of do your own research. He's always like, I'm going to make a wild claim, a wild accusation. And you got two choices. You can either take me at my word and just completely believe me with no evidence whatsoever, or if you don't believe me, it's your job to expressly go find proof that I'm lying. We can't just assume that the bullshit that I said was completely nonsensical and nobody should believe it to begin with. No. You have to go expressly prove it. Everything that Cyraxx says is true until proven lie, and then even when it's proven lie, probably just because your dumbass got fooled by William and N-word boy.
That hit 1,000 subscribers, they go in, and this is what they do to try to skirt their way around. What they'll do is they'll wait until I get 1,000 subscribers, and then
I understand that, Mr. Wilkins, but we can't really assess potential financial loss. We have to assess actual financial loss.
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
well, I mean, there.
Oh, hang on. So, no, DSP again, thanks, man. Who followed my orders needs to big up Gesundheit. What do you mean? So, well, thank you to DSP, for pressuring people. I do appreciate it. I guess. I mean, it's I like the hard the hard sell. It's an aggressive stance. But I guess I guess thank you. It's bold. It's definitely bold. Okay, hang on. Thank you to Jessica dealing with that googly-eyed Epsler. Thank you. Get better. Congrats on the divorce. Thank you. Yeah, well, so I guess that goes to my parents who, did a really good job of keeping it a secret, I don't know why they would. I think I would have liked to have known, but I know this, like, Reddit's never wrong. And thank you to DSP for the Gazoon height, too. I prefer a bless you. If I sneeze again, I prefer a protect you. But yeah, oh shit, hang on, what's this? Well, thank you too, and Elizabeth. Sorry, not feeling well tonight. Hope you feel better soon. Thanks for the content. My pleasure. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just feel like a little crummy. I know that I promised this, and I didn't. I felt bad like making you guys wait. But thank you, Elizabeth. And I'm sorry for making you wait for this too. So thank you, and I apologize as well.
There was the money. I mean, you could prove that you were earning money as a streamer if maybe you could supply. I don't know what the method of payment was when there was a competing platform that Chance was a partner in on Twitch, and he was a paid streamer on Twitch at one point. I don't have any access to those records, Chance. I mean, that's like your.
Wait, what in the? Dude, is there any way that you can reach out to Sarah to possibly see if she can get those records, or is it?
Who? See, once again, it's everybody else's job to get these records that he needs. Like, this is his quote-unquote case here. This is his appeal. But he just wants these random people who work for YouTube to, like, be his lawyers and do discovery and find everything.
He would have his financial records? No, that's peculiar to me, but okay.
Reach out to who?
Sarah or somebody within the community that I think might have it.
How did they pay you? Did you get a check in the mail? Did they send it?
I got paid.
Wow.
At the time, I got paid by.
Once DSP again, stop, Marty. You don't ever feel bad. Maybe it's just that I'm sick. I don't know. Maybe like I'm just not feeling good, and maybe I'm having a moment of weakness. But no, I do feel bad making promises and not delivering on them. It's not cool. People are very supportive, very kind, and it's not fair to not deliver after I say that I'll do something. So, but thank you to DSP, and yeah, I do feel bad. Maybe it's just a moment of weakness. I'm not sure, but I do.
PayPal, but like I said, once I got that money, that's when I ended up buying that tower.
Yeah, because
that was like literally the day.
Just look at your PayPal activity, your history.
Unfortunately, I no longer have access to that. One of Marty's friends at that time had, well, actually not even at that time.
No.
Where's that sitting backstage trying to get up here right now?
Oh no, guys, he crashed the stream again.
I want you to bring them up. I want to see if it's. I want you to bring them up to see if it's actually them or not.
No one's here.
Bullshit. There's somebody sitting backstage with what's the name of a friend of mine, and I want to know if it's actually. No, I want to know if it's actually them or not.
He's just crashing in like the satellite man. Marty's trying to let everybody know what happened, and he just keeps popping up. He's like a jump scare. I forgot that Marty basically gave Chance like unrestricted access to his streams. So like at any given time when Marty was streaming, trying to play a video, trying to have a conversation with somebody else, Chance could just pop in and just be like, you know what? And it was always such a jump scare.
Hey, delusional boy.
I don't know what I'm gonna do every day because of these bullies. These bullies need to leave me alone right now every day. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these bullies. He sucks. The guy's he's an absolute hack. He sucks.
They pay you? Did you get a check in the mail? Did they send it?
I got paid, but like I said, once I got that money, that's when I ended up buying that tower.
Yeah, because
that was like literally the day.
Just look at your PayPal activity, your history.
Unfortunately, I no longer have access to that. One of Marty's friends at that time had, well, actually not even at that time, fairly recently ended up breaking into a lot of my stuff, including my PayPal, and ended up taking over a lot of it. So sadly, I no longer have access to that at this time, which does suck. But
No, I understand.
Yeah, and we appreciate that you've identified that this Marty guy is a bad egg, and you're trying to help. We understand that you're trying to put together a solid case so that you could stand in front of it, and
honestly, I cannot say I can't really reveal my hand to either party concerning, because people may alter their answers thinking strategy may work, one strategy may not work. But I will say I do not condone the behavior of Mr. Biz Marty. There is some evidence I reviewed that
just want to clarify on the record that I do condone the behavior of one Mr. Music Biz Marty.
Man, I feel bad because I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming, but thanks to Nice Guy for the 20. Thanks for all the streams making the Goblin aggro. Yeah, you got it. My pleasure. Thanks to Gavin for Goblin Bucks. The 20 and the 5 respectively. Thank you very much, you guys. I appreciate you. And Crook too. I'm sorry. I don't think I no, Chance, go away, dude. Please just go away. I don't feel like dealing with you.
No, you have to deal with me. And you want to know why you have to deal with me? Because I see right through all your bullshit.
for whatever reason, which to this day I still don't understand the reasoning of it, but law enforcement of all branches, whether it was detectives, FBI, local law enforcement, for some reason, none of them, wanted to do anything. They kept on saying like, "Oh,
Can you believe it, guys? Can you believe the FBI, the CIA, ATF, the state police, the local PD, Encyclopedia Brown? Nobody wanted to take this case, the case of Music Biz Marty, Internet Bully. I mean, personally, I just can't believe they didn't at this point just give him a Secret Service detail to make sure he doesn't get any more shots fired at him. William Gloryhole's out there laying in the grassy knoll. N-word boys standing on a slanty roof. They're not going to be able to stop them.
Got ramped up. That's when they started taking things to the real world and making things physical.
I understand. This sounds like a very distressing situation for you, Mr. Wilkins.
Yeah, but again, though, I definitely do appreciate you guys stepping in and trying to help.
We should probably move along and then figure out what next steps
I do have
are.
some questions because you do say you were pushed to a certain point to respond with certain statements. I have heard, and I'm not justifying anything the other party has done, because I have heard things from the other party. I'm just relating strictly to you because you're the only one who could give me information about you. I cannot. You have to give me all this.
Yeah.
I've heard you multiple times. There have been threats of physical injury, harm, and death against some of these people.
Yeah, and like I said.
Yeah, my video yesterday got taken down because even with all the chopping and editing that I did, one of them still slipped through and YouTube took it off. So thanks for almost getting me a strike, Chance, you loser.
That was all out of, like I said, the fact that the police didn't do anything to help. They basically left my family to fend for ourselves. And when these people kept on pushing.
You don't see Potato going apeshit earlier? To be honest, his current mental decline is more interesting to me than anything on the internet.
And pushing. I ended up getting backed into a corner so badly that I ended up lashing out and saying and doing things that I will admit that I am not proud of. Like the way I handled it. Yeah, I could have handled it a lot better. But like I told even the guy over here, is that like I've never had to deal.
It's crazy that he's been glazing CIA hole for years now. Like, why can't he just say, I'm feeling this way? Why does he have to say, I told CIA that I felt this way? Nobody cares what you told CIA in a private conversation. Why do you have to, it's like he has to mention their people all the time. Like, he's always like, my best friend, Eric Scrubolo. And I was hanging out with Jake when this happened. Like, it's like he wants us to know that he has friends or something like that. You're not fooling anybody, Chance.
Dealt with, being terrorized and being put under attack. And when they attacked me so hard like they did, matter of fact, CIA, how long CIA, do you want to explain to her like how far they pushed me?
Yeah, I mean, I call it dick out angry. I mean, they pushed him so far that, I mean, he was willing to whip his dick out just in the hopes of YouTube flagging it to stop it and make the bullying stop.
Well, I do hope you understand, though, Mr. Wilkins, that indecent exposure, that is not something we permit on our platform. It's not something we endorse. We don't encourage it. And I do have to say, since the evidence has been sent, there have been incidents where I have been told this has happened since in the past 3 to 4 weeks. This has occurred again.
No,
I understand you can't.
We're just trying to have an open line of communication. So I know where everyone stands.
There were 2 instances, I think, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Okay, Mr. Wilkins, you understand how serious that is, and that's not something we could permit.
Yeah, like I said, I completely understand that. It's just during, those time periods, they pushed me so far to a point of where it was like, it was just really one of those things where it's like, I didn't know what else to do because of how far they
I understand.
I don't know who Mr. Sacco is or how I can prevent this from happening.
I understand. In a fit of anger, you had exposed your penis.
Yeah, well, I mean,
in a fit of anger, you had exposed your goblin. Is probably one of my favorite quotes from this entire clip.
They pushed him so hard that he didn't just like flash it. I mean, he actually, took it out and started like jerking it.
How that looks on me. Like I completely understand, and I've even told these people like, look.
Well, I presume you know that it's not for educational purposes. Like some nudity is allowed if we're, exploring the human body, if it's for psychological reasons. You're not exhibiting how to masturbate as a form of education for anybody, correct?
Yeah. Like I said, I do completely understand. And I do understand, where I was in the wrong. Because I do admit, I did do a lot of messed up stuff.
So after that phone call there, the Miss Kelly character goes on request a live mediation between Marty, Chance, and of course Chance was able to bring his emotional support buddy CIA hole. Miss Kelly said that after this live mediation, YouTube would be able to make a decision which could possibly include reinstating Chance's account and possibly even banning Marty. So of course he was very excited to get this going. But could he behave himself? Well, I'm sure you guys already know the answer to that.
Shut down Chance's channel under the guise of ban evasion.
Which is a bunch of garbage.
Yeah, we had sent you that evidence earlier this morning. I don't know if you look at
that also does show that that's one of the many things that he does, even on here. Like the last time that I was like super close to 1,000. Actually, no, I was at 1,000, wasn't I, dude? Yeah, wasn't I at 1,000 subs the last time that he had struck down my channel?
Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Kelly, can you illustrate the importance of the terms of service, specifically ban evasion? Like, to my understanding, once you're terminated once, that's final.
That is correct. Once you are banned from the platform, it exhibited that you did not operate under our terms of service, so you cannot evade the ban by making another channel and continuing.
Okay, well, I'm not hating on you guys because, like I said, you guys have done a lot to help out. Well, let me challenge that real quick. Is it fair to say that if, say, like Marty or William or N-word boy gets banned, does it not go against your terms of service that they make another channel? Because that's exactly what these three have done. Every time they get banned, they make another channel.
That's not true.
Actually, that is. And CIA can actually verify that. Can you not?
I mean, I think we're on Music Biz Marty account number 142. I mean, you're so great.
That's my lucky number. It's my high bowling game.
No, that's your account number by this time, dude. That is literally the number of accounts that you've made, Marty. I've only had, like, what, 4, maybe 5 accounts since you first got me unfairly banned a couple of years ago.
So I don't know if this will make this any easier for me, but I can show you a bowling scorecard with 142 on it, if that will...
Well,
the bowling scorecard being entered into evidence.
Marty, that has nothing to do with this. That has nothing to do with it.
It has everything to do with it.
No, it does not.
I will say, one provided evidence of the existence of 141 other accounts that unfortunately would be hearsay unless I provided evidence of those other accounts existing.
And CIA, do you have any screenshots of the other accounts on hand or anything like that, man?
He's definitely not 141 of them.
But do you have like just any of them in general on hand?
Yeah, I mean, he's got another one called like Prison Bitch Marty.
Oh yeah, I've never been banned. I've shut down my own accounts.
That's an active account.
Yeah. So whenever
someone can have multiple accounts as long as they do not break terms of service.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's what he's doing. He's trying to make it look like he's not breaking terms of service. That's why when you guys got involved, he ended up hiding a lot of the videos. He indeed has broken terms of service many, many, many times. The first time that I got banned, it was done unfairly because I had hit 1,000 subscribers and I was starting to do very well for myself. I had just hit it. I was literally on my way to getting monetized. And because I was on my way to monetization, Marty did not want me making money. He's always had this weird...
It has everything to do with ethics and rules and compliance.
Oh, yeah, I can quote this one to you right now. It's from the old laws.
Goblins aren't allowed to have nice things or make a living.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And
Marty, listen, you're a scam artist. You know you are.
No.
That's why you hide every single freaking thing that you do, dude. Every time police or some form of authorities get involved, you run and hide like a coward because you don't want to get caught.
Language.
That's all it is, man. You don't want to get caught. That's all it is, man. That's all it's ever been, dude. And like I told you, Marty, hadn't you left me alone since day one, we wouldn't be in this situation. But because you refused to leave me alone, look where we're at. Because you could not leave me alone when I told you to back off day one.
Ms. Kelly, from what I understand, you want to see if both of us could interact amicably and peacefully. And do you think...
All I've asked of you, Marty, is that you leave me alone. You and your two or three friends or whoever it is that you talk to. That's all I've ever asked out of all you guys, is that you guys leave me alone. And what I don't understand is why is it that you refuse to do that?
Well, so I just want to exist on this platform and make content. And
it doesn't, yeah, and I get that, Marty, but that doesn't mean you have to go around bullying people to make money off the backs of other people, because that's exactly what your channel does. You make money off the backs of other people, and you make money by bullying people. That's what your channel is all about. You've done it to me. You've done it to other people. Matter of fact, CIA, how many people has he done this to already that's been on his channel?
Oh, God, I don't even know. And don't forget about that.
To disown me in front of over 1,000 people on this platform.
This day, that's still one of the most insane things that ever happened. I'm gonna have to cover that at one point. And he should have disowned you, Chance, because the stuff that he was finding out that you did was absolutely disgusting. You are a criminal. It doesn't matter that you're not locked up. You're a criminal. That's all there is to it. And he did the right thing distancing himself from you. I wouldn't want to be associated with you either.
Well, if I can, really quickly, so this existed because Chance was making Facebook posts, calling the man out, calling him...
That was between me and him, though. That did not concern you.
If it was on Facebook, it wasn't between you and him. If you were posting it, it's not like you sent it to him privately in a text or something like that. Like, how are you posting something on a public platform for anybody to respond to and then just being like, well, that was between me and that individual person? I don't know, call him then, Chance.
I don't think
some form of coercion to get your biological father on here.
Yes.
So he was looking for a piece or for a place to clear his name. And
no, he was not, Nick.
So he actually, well, as a matter of fact, he was, because he started his own channel just to stand up to Chance and to poke fun at him. So
Marty, you and I both know that that's a lie, dude.
He did start his own channel.
Well, yeah, that is true, but the rest of what you said, that's a freaking lie, dude. You and I both know that you got him up on your panel just so you can sit there and bash me. And so
it wasn't me, it would have been somebody else, and he went on many other panels bashing you. He didn't leave you because of me. He left you because of you.
No, he disowned me because of you and your.
He left you because of you.
Marty, you're the smoking gun in this whole thing, dude.
Oh, man.
Well, let's see. You want to know how you are, Nick? He was on your panel. Marty. He was on your panel, which puts you at fault. That puts you at the responsible end. You're the one that had him up on your panel. Nobody else had him up. That was you, man.
He kicked you out of his home because he couldn't stand you.
Let me tell you this, Marty. Whatever happened between me and him, you had no right bringing him up on panel, dude. You had no right, Nick. You had no right, dude. None whatsoever. No, shut the hell up, dude. You had no right. Whatever went on between me and my dad, that was between me and him.
So you can already see at this point in the mediation that Chance's cool, calm demeanor that he had dealing with Miss Kelly is breaking down. He could not be in a call hearing the sound of Marty's voice for more than a couple of minutes without starting to rax out. I mean, Marty just had a way of getting under his skin that he was completely susceptible to. And even though Marty's not really saying or doing very much right now, he's not like being outwardly aggressive with him or anything, just his presence there is enough to start sending Chance off a cliff.
I did not have any issues, hardly with anyone at all, until you came in and you started attacking.
What about
working out the kitty all day? That's all I'm doing.
That 8-year-old girl. Remember
Marty,
that?
shut the hell up, dude. You're trying to put
I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah, so
8-year-old girl.
Yeah, well, I can play the video of you.
Shut the hell up, dude. You know you're lying out your ass, bro. You know you are. No. Stop talking out your ass, dude. You know I'm talking about Nick, shut the fuck up, man. You and I both know that you're lying out your ass.
Let's try to keep this conversation respectful, please.
He bullies me.
But this man right here, and this is no
your frustration.
I mean, no disrespect to you. I don't want to say this, but this man right here that has been bullying me for the last 7 years, he does not deserve any kind of respect whatsoever. This man has bullied me. He has bullied my friends. He has bullied my family. This man has actually done stuff that could have him arrested. And the fact that he is still being allowed to do this stuff, I don't get it. And like I said, it's nothing against you.
So I'm not the one screaming the N-word.
Marty, do you not realize that you're the one that started all this? When I turned you down, no, dude, you're the one that started all this, man.
I'm amazed that you're allowed to
started all this, dude. You started all this. Had you just left me alone, when I said to leave me alone day one, we wouldn't be in this position, man. But because of you, we're now in this position. So I want to know, why is it that since day one, you could never leave me alone? Before your ex, before all this other shit, why is it that since day one, you can never leave me alone? Why is that?
If you allow me to answer, I'd be more than happy to. Ms. Kelly, you'll see.
I love that he always does that. He'll ask Marty a question, but then before Marty even answers it, he'll just be like, and don't give me an answer I don't want to hear. You have to give me an answer that I do want to hear. I don't want any of those answers that make me look bad, Marty. So answer the question, but answer it in a way that I like.
We'll see that he can't control himself.
You know what, Marty? You know what, Marty? All I'm saying is this. You and your two friends need to leave me alone. That's all I've ever said, is that you guys need to leave me alone. But you refuse to do it. Matter of fact, I have proof from your little friend William Goriel stating, what was that quote that he said last night, CIA? What was that quote on that post?
No, I don't know. I could look it up.
Yeah, go ahead and pull that up real quick.
Let me see if I can. Oh, it says Chance thinks he can get away with trying to make money. Not on my watch.
That's a metaphor for obeying terms of service.
No, it's not. No, it is not a metaphor. That is literally what, Marty, shut the hell up, dude. There is video footage, Marty. There is video footage that I've showed, that CIA showed, of you guys basically saying that you guys don't want me making any kind of money or any kind of revenue whatsoever.
Yeah, once again, I'm aware of that one. He's quoting the old texts, the old laws, those never to be broken.
Well, so, yeah.
Well, that's why Marty's here to confront you about all the messed up stuff that you've done.
I have some evidence of Chance.
Marty, they have the evidence, dude. They've seen it all.
No, they literally don't, Chance, because every time that they ask you for it, you just go, you know what, Marty? You know what, Marty?
Check the alibi box right there. Done.
I was at home when that happened, Nick. I was at home. Matter of fact, when I found out about it, I said my mom was on the computer in the other room, and I happened to go in there for something, and I got a message from one of his friends, well, one of our friends, saying that he was killed. As soon as I found that out, after walking back in here, I broke down into tears because that was somebody that I actually knew. Yeah, he may not have known me that well, but I still consider him a close friend to an extent.
So he's referencing that person who was unfortunately taken out at a young age in Akron. It was on the news. And Chance wanted to go online and say this guy was like his best friend and all that stuff. And then when they asked this guy's family about it, they were like, he didn't even know Chance. Like, he did not know that guy at all. They weren't even like really the same age. I think they may have briefly been in the same high school at the same time, but even that really isn't saying much because Chance attended high school for 9 years. So that's a very large swath of people that would have been attending schools at the same time as him. And even like years later, he still tries to insert himself into that situation. This is just like what he did with Cobra recently, where he's trying to make out like they only pretended to hate each other and behind the scenes they were friends and they released music together and all this stuff. Like, Chance Wilkins has never seen a death that he didn't see as an opportunity to grift off of. It's honestly ridiculous.
You said best friend.
Marty, for you to do that shit,
You said best friend.
Dude, that's a cop-out, Nick.
Best friend or...
And Miss Kelly, with that being said, I rest my case. This man is a liar. He is a piece of shit. He is honestly an internet bully. And I honestly feel like he needs to be treated as such, and he needs to be removed permanently from your guys' platform.
Well, that seems like a pretty open and shut case to me. I mean, that's what we got to do. We got to just convict Marty under, let's just call it 5 charges of internet bullying, 2 charges of being a piece of shit, and 1 charge of liar.
Yeah, Miss Kelly, I think if YouTube is a place that would welcome people who are just absolutely clueless, that have delusions of grandeur, that think that they're the best at everything, that have never failed at anything in their lives, that are just absolutely completely out of touch with what reality really is, then I think you know what your answer is and what you have to do.
Yeah, it's very hard to wrangle somebody whilst in delusion.
Yeah.
So, like,
what was just said is I don't know a single mother who wouldn't lie for their child to protect them. So I'm not sure how much weight that evidence will carry. I do appreciate her testimony as far as that situation goes, but...
God, we really are going to have to actually take the time to cover this whole thing in a live stream. There's a lot of content that I can't insert into the video here, but I just wanted you guys to see. At one point during this over 3-hour long call, Bowser shows up.
Overall, do you think that went? I mean, as an outside observer, I know that I thought that I was going to get, like, railroaded. But...
Well, I know this, Marty. First and foremost, like, once Miss Kelly sees the evidence that the goblin tried to, prey on an 8-year-old.
Bowser referring to Cyraxx as the goblin is incredible. Oh my god, this really is a trip down memory lane. At one point, Bowser and Marty played chess against each other, which is funny because then later on, I found out that Bowser would regularly challenge people to a game of chess. He tried to play Smokey in chess during a 110 Autism podcast at one point. But to get back to the subject at hand.
You're selfish, and just like women and we're boy, you hate to see the little guy win. That's why you go after the weird ones. That's why you go after the ones like me that look different.
The mediation did not go in Chance's favor. He found out he was not going to get his account reinstated. And he reacts about how you would think he would react to that.
Your whole freaking channel shows it, dude. Your whole channel shows it, man. You and William and N-word boy, grow the fuck. You guys need to move the fun and do something else, man. Stop scrolling with people, man. Mm. Stop bullying people, dude. Nobody's buying the bullshit that you're feeding them. Have you not looked at your chat, dude? Nobody's buying your bullshit anymore, dude. Yeah. Am I wrong, CIA?
No, how did your interview go, Marty?
Well, so it did seem...
Chances went really great.
Oh, Miss Kelly, how are you doing today?
Oh, hi, Shan.
I'm doing well. How is everyone doing today?
Oh, I was doing a lot better before this guy started screaming at me.
But here's the thing, though, Marty. You have to understand, man. You put me through 7 years of freaking hell, dude. 7 years of hell you put me through. You've gone after my family. You've gone after my friends. Every time I try to make any kind of money, you screw it up for me. All because you have this weird obsession with me, and it needs to stop, dude. You and your 2 friends, William and N-word boy, you guys need to move on and stop screwing with people. This whole thing of ban evading, like I said, it's not ban evading. It's called you guys don't want me making any money. And yes, she has seen the screen. It's not ban evading, dude. It's called you don't want me making money.
Miss Kelly, I don't think you're aware of this latest thing. It's that Chance was attempting to stream on a platform known as Kick. We understand it's a competitor of YouTube, but nonetheless, it's still another platform. And Marty had his minions go out and shut down Chance's channel under the guise of ban evasion,
which is a bunch of garbage.
Yeah, we had sent you that evidence earlier this morning. I don't know if you look.
And that also does show that that's one of the many things that he does, even on here. Like the last time that I was like super close to 1,000. Actually, no, I was at 1,000, wasn't I, dude?
So,
yeah, wasn't I at 1,000 subs the last time that he had struck down my channel?
Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Kelly, can you illustrate the importance of the terms of service, specifically ban evasion? Like, to my understanding, once you're terminated once, that's final.
That is correct. Once you are banned from the platform, it exhibited that you did not operate under our terms of service, so you cannot evade the ban by making another channel and continuing with the same content.
I'm not hating on you guys because, like I said, you guys have done a lot to help out. Well, let me challenge that real quick. Is it fair to say that if like Marty or William or N-word boy gets banned, does it not go against your terms of service that they make another channel? Because that's exactly what these three have done. Every time they get banned, they make another channel.
That's not true.
Actually, that is, and CIA can actually verify that. Can you not?
I mean, I think we're on Music Biz Marty account number 142. I mean, you're so
that's
great.
My lucky number. It's my high bowling game.
No, that's your account number by this time, dude. That is literally the number of accounts that you've made, Marty. I've only had like what, 4, maybe 5 accounts since you first got me unfairly banned a couple of years ago.
So even right there, he openly admits to the ban evasion by being like, see, no, it's fine that I ban evaded like 4 or 5 times because it was unfair, but your ban evasion is worse because it happened 140 times, according to what I'm saying that I have no evidence of. That's always, I'm telling you, that's always Chance's argument, man, is like, no matter what you say he did, he thinks if he can find an unfounded, unproven example of somebody doing something worse, that gets him off the hook. That's just not how it works. Like, if you got picked up at Walmart for shoplifting and you had $300 worth of stuff in your cart, it would not be a valid defense when the cops showed up to say, no, you're not allowed to arrest me because somebody actually stole $500 worth of stuff last week and you didn't arrest them, you didn't catch them. So therefore, you're not applying the law, effectively, evenly across all the people who steal from the Walmart. So now you just have to let me go. Like, that's not how that works, Chance.
So I don't know if this will make this any easier for me, but I can show you a bowling scorecard with 142 on it if that will.
All right, guys. So that's about all for part 1. Like I said, we're definitely going to do a part 2 to this and see the aftermath of Chance being ruled against in this very serious, very legitimate YouTube mediation here with the very real Miss Kelly. It escalates quite a lot, and the next one will probably require a lot of editing, which, after what happened yesterday, I've got to be a lot more careful about because that was kind of a close call for the channel. And like I said, we'll cover some of the more risque stuff on one of the live streams coming up, because there's a lot of interesting stuff in there, but unfortunately, if I tried to edit it down to make it okay for an actual video, there's just no way you guys would be able to have any idea what was actually being said, so that'll have to be for one of the lives, but that's all we have time for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more goblin lies and goblin cries. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and until next time, stay indoors, stay away from the goblin. And I'm lying, there actually is one more thing. Tune in, it's not going to be Sunday, it's going to be tomorrow, Saturday night, to the first episode of Legion of Lolcows on Leaping Lemur's channel. That's me, Lemur, Major Chilla, doing a live stream. We'll be talking Cyraxx, Nova, Tofia, anybody else who's been up to any shit this week. We got tons of clips. We're going to drink a ton of beers, and it's going to be great. So definitely go to Lemur's channel and check that out tomorrow night. And now, until next time, stay indoors, stay away from the goblin, and have a good one.
Who did you piss off? It says Chance will diddle for free.